This is now our discussion on Kawasaki disease. Kawasaki disease sounds like a Korean or a Japanese name because precisely the first recorded cases of Kawasaki disease was in Korea and in Japan. To begin with, for you to remember Kawasaki disease, I want you to remember that Kawasaki simply looks like a red Kawasaki motorcycle. So I think you are familiar with the brand, no? And just consider Kawasaki motorcycle, which is color red. Because precisely, class, our patient with Kawasaki disease appears to be red all over his body. Kawasaki disease is a pediatric condition. Why? Because Kawasaki happens almost exclusively to those prior to reaching puberty. So meaning to say, Kawasaki disease is a pre-pubertal condition. This is also known, class, as your mucocutaneous lymph node disease. Okay? Mucocutaneous lymph node disease. Precisely because, class, Kawasaki disease could affect your mucous membranes, cutaneous or your skin, your lymph nodes. So the mucous membrane, the skin, as well as the lymph nodes are affected with the inflammatory conditions in a patient with Kawasaki. That's why it has been called as mucocutaneous lymph node disease. Your Kawasaki disease begins with a person prior to puberty who has acquired URTI. URTI or upper respiratory tract infection. So before puberty, naay usa ka tawo, no, nga nagka URTI, upper respiratory tract infection. Meaning ubo, sipon, tonsillitis, pharyngitis, strep throat. So nagka URTI. Sir, ako sa una, sir, wa pa ko madaga, sir. Prior to puberty, nagka URTI man ko. Nganong wala man ko nagka-Kawasaki. Dili magka-Kawasaki, class, bisan nagka-URTI ka because a second requirement is required. So requirement number 1, magka-URTI ang kinsaman, ang tao nga naay familial tendency. Ang tao nga naay kaliwat. Meaning to say, your Kawasaki disease is exclusive only to those people who have family history of Kawasaki. Example, si mama na ay Kawasaki pero si papa wala. Pwede ba magka-Kawasaki ang anak? Yes, because that is still a familial tendency. Si mama wala. Si papa na ay Kawasaki. Pwede ba nga magka-Kawasaki ang bata? Yes, because there is a familial tendency. What if na ay history of Kawasaki si mama? Na ay history of Kawasaki si papa? So silang duha na ay history. Then with more reason, class, nga na ay Kawasaki possible ang anak. But what if si papa walay Kawasaki and si mama walay Kawasaki? Ang anak nagka-Kawasaki. Is that possible? If ang silingan na ay Kawasaki. Ba? Because for a person, class, to have Kawasaki, you are required to have a familial tendency. Dapat na ay kaliwat. So na ay pre-pubertal bata nga nagka-URTI with a familial tendency. So what happens when these two concurs? There will now be the formation of what we call immune complexes. The moment, class, ang usa ka tawo nga naay familial tendency nagka-URTI prior to puberty will lead to the formation of immune complexes. Now, what happens to these immune complexes? Kaning imong mga immune complexes will begin to adhere. Mupilit na sila, class. It will adhere to your blood vessels. Mupilit didto sa imuhang ugat. As a result of the adherence of these immune complexes, that is where the problem comes in. And the problem is vasculitis. That's why it is said, class, that Kawasaki disease is a vasculitis condition. Nganong nagka-vasculitis, kay naa may mga immune complexes nga nipilit dito sa imuhang ugat. Now, if vasculitis happens, what could be the further problem of the patient? Class, kung naamang kay vasculitis, two things may happen. No? If you have vasculitis, two things may happen. Number one, kung naay inflammation or inflammatory condition ang imuhang ugat, then kaning imuhang mga ugat will begin to weaken. Mugabok na siya. And because they are weak, then it will lead to the possible tendencies of aneurysm. So a patient, therefore, with Kawasaki is at risk for aneurysm kay ang iyang ugat gabok. Gabok ang ugat tungod sa vasculitis. Naay vasculitis tungod sa mga adherents of the immune complexes from a person with familial tendency who has acquired an upper respiratory tract infection. That's just one problem, class. Pwedeng magka-aneurysm ang usa ka tawo nga nay Kawasaki. Problem number 2. If there is an inflammatory condition, you know very well, basta naaga ni inflammation, dali dayon na moabot ang imuhang mga platelets. The moment that there is an injury, the moment that there is an inflammation, then platelet will rush to the area. So imagine, if you have a widespread case of vasculitis, then you will have a widespread distribution of platelets. And platelets are there in order to create a clot, to create a seal, or to create a thrombus. Ang delikado sa thrombus, class, is the moment ma-dislodge ang imuhang thrombus, because the thrombus will now become your embolus. And when the embolus could obstruct or occlude the flow of blood to the heart, then you might have heart attack or myocardial infarction. When the embolus tends to impede the flow of blood to the brain, then you might have stroke. Or when it impedes the flow of blood to the lungs, then you will develop pulmonary edema. So naay tendency nga ma-stroke, naay tendency mag-MI, naay tendency mag-pulmonary edema. Nga naman na, because of the embolus. An embolus is a dislodged thrombus. And a thrombus is the creation of the platelet. And the platelets are released because of the inflammatory conditions in the blood vessels. So there are two things, therefore, which could be a major problem to a person with Kawasaki. Una, pwede siyang magka-aneurysm. Ikaduha, pwede siyang magka-embolus. That could be the cause of stroke, MI, or pulmonary edema. Now, if a person says na ay Kawasaki, unsa may atong itambal, unsa may atong buhaton. If you look at the pathophysiology, class, you can trace how to solve the problem. Asa man dapita nagsugod ang problema? Di ba naaman sa formation of immune complexes? The problem begins. Nagka-vasculitis ka, di ba tungod man sa immune complexes? Therefore, what can we do to stop the formation of immune complexes? That is why we give IVIG, or intravenous administrations of immunoglobulins. So the IVIG is given to target this aspect of your pathophysiology in order to stop the formation of the immune complexes. So remember, our drug of choice, number 1, is IVIG, to stop the immune complexes. Number 2, class, if you look at the pathophysiology, there is an aspect of platelet formation that can lead to thrombus and can lead to embolus. Therefore, we can stop this aspect of the pathophysiology. We can stop the platelet aggregation. That's why we can give our second medication, aspirin. So there are two important medications that we may give to a patient with Kawasaki. Number 1, IVIG, and number 2, aspirin. If you look at the pathophysiology, class, you will see that this is a case of inflammation. This is an itis of the blood vessels. And we know very well, basta gani inflammatory condition, this is the work of the immune system. Meaning to say, if your immune system works, inflammatory follows. But if your immune system does not work, then there is no inflammation in the first place. Meaning to say, kung naay inflammatory condition ang usa ka tawo, the number one choice of medication to give is to give steroids. Because steroids suppresses the immune system. Again ha, magka-inflammatory condition ang usa ka tawo tungod man na sa immune system, tungod kay ni function ang imong immune system. So meaning to say, kung ni function ang immune system nga magka-inflammation ang usa ka tawo, then might as well we stop the function of the immune system. We call it as immunosuppression. And what could be an effective immunosuppressant? It could have been your steroids. Di ba class vasculitis is an inflammation which could very well be treated by an anti-inflammatory or immunosuppressant. Pwede man ni siya hatagan og steroid. We could have given steroids to this case because inflammatory condition man ni siya. But remember class, in Kawasaki, bawal ang steroids. Pwede unta ni mag-steroids, pero gibawal na to basta ang sakit is Kawasaki. The question is, why are steroids not allowed in Kawasaki? Because steroids are associated with aneurysm. So remember class that the patient in its original state of Kawasaki is already at risk for aneurysm. Naanana-daan ang risk for aneurysm. Unya, muhatag pagyud ka o tambal that increases the risk of aneurysm. So madoble na. So remember the principle ha, sa Kawasaki, bawal maghatag sa steroid because madoble ang risgo sa pasyente nga magka-aneurysm. Now, how do we diagnose Kawasaki disease? Unsaon man ako pagkaibaw nga naabay Kawasaki disease ang usa ka tawo? This will follow class a two-step procedure. To diagnose Kawasaki, we follow a two-step procedure. Step number 1, the patient must have fever for 5 days that does not respond to antipyretics. So the patient must first have fever for 5 days that is unresponsive to your antipyretics. Examples antipyretics, your acetaminophen, your paracetamol. So gihatagan na nimo biogesic, ang pasyente wag gyud ninaog ang iyahang hilanat. So there is fever for 5 days that does not respond to antipyretics. Meaning to say, kung si Maria naghilanat og 4 ka adlaw pero mawawa man siya sa paracetamol, is that Kawasaki? No, because there must be 5 days of fever that is unresponsive to antipyretics. Kung si Maria nagkahilanat for 7 days that does not respond to antipyretics, is there Kawasaki? Still no, not yet. Proceed to step number 2. Okay? Step number 1 is just a first step. Okay? To diagnose Kawasaki, as I have said, it's a 2-step procedure. Not because you passed step number 1, there is Kawasaki already. Not yet. Proceed to step number 2. And your step number 2 requires class that the patient must manifest 4 ka symptoms out of 5. The patient must manifest 4 out of the 5 symptoms of Kawasaki. Meaning, kung si Maria nagkahilanat for 7 days that does not respond to antipyretics, do not judge as yet. You do step number 2. And step number 2 requires that ang sintomas sa pasyente dapat 4 ka buok sa 5 ka mga sintomas sa imuhang Kawasaki. So what are these 5 symptoms of Kawasaki? These are, number 1, conjunctivitis. Number 2, you have your rashes all over the body. Okay? Number 3, erythema marginatum. Erythema marginatum means rashes gihapon na siya class in the body. Okay? As opposed to erythema toxicum in newborns, which are rashes on the face. Kani siya rashes at the body of the patient. Erythema marginatum. Number 4, you have your adenopathy. Adenopathy refers to painful lymph nodes. Okay? Most commonly, cervical lymph nodes, magka-stiff neck. Most commonly, abdominal lymph nodes, sakit ang tiyan. Okay? Painful lymph nodes. Remember, isn't this a case of mucocutaneous lymph node disease? So there's a lymph node involvement. Okay? There's a cutaneous involvement. Where's the cutaneous aspect here? The rashes and the erythema marginatum. Now, where is the mucous component? That is on number 5. The mucous membranes are red. Meaning, ang imong dila, puwa, imong baba, lips, puwa, tonsils, puwa, imong throat, puwa, imong adenoids, puwa. The mucous membrane or the oral cavity area is red. So as you would see, these are the symptoms of a patient with Kawasaki. Unsa to'y other name sa Kawasaki? Mucocutaneous lymph node disease, MCL. Where's the mucus here? That's number 5. Where's the lymph node here? That's number 4. Where's the cutaneous here? That's number 2 and number 3. With conjunctivitis, of course. So pila man ni ka symptoms? 5. And how much is required for the patient to manifest? Dapat na ay 4. Sir, di ko ka-memorize, ana. Maglisod ko memorize, ana. To diagnose Kawasaki disease class, I will teach you a mnemonic. And the mnemonic is warm cream. Remember, warm cream. Nganong warm cream man, sir? Step number 1, the patient must be warm. Meaning, the patient must have fever for 5 days that does not respond to your antipyretics. That's the warm aspect. Your second mnemonic is the cream aspect, where C stands for conjunctivitis, R, rashes, E, erythema marginatum, A, adenopathy, and M, mucous membranes in the body are red. If you remember, class, when I began the discussion, I said, remember a red Kawasaki motorcycle. Why? Because the patient is red. If you look at this, ang mata, puwa. Ang bakba, puwa. Ang lawas, puwa. So Kawasaki disease is a red Kawasaki motorcycle. So that ends our discussion.